So I've got this box today, and I think it's been about a good week since it was sent from Japan. So it's finally arrived on my doorstep this morning. So what I'd like to do is open this up and show you what's inside. It's like I guess a smallish box. Is about 1.8 kilos heavy, so let's have a look. Remove the air cushion. So first off, I've got this Mina Perhonen matching bag to go with my cover. I have the Potter, P-O-T-R, stroll bag for cousin size. The whole this year's box, the whole box was just put in the bottom of this box, so that's a really nice touch. Just gonna put that down. And inside should be all the smaller accessories and a couple more covers. Okay, first I've got the Insudo cover, and I have the Only Is Not Lonely cover in chocolate. I have some clear covers. The two new designs from this year. I have the Komodo flat pen case in the Liberty print. Here it is. Oops. Here is the bonus notebooks. I don't know which one I'm going to get, and the bonus pen. The Yumi Kitagishi Fusen, the sticky memo. I also bought the like the anything pocket, Fuyaseru Pocket. So in the two new sizes, like a ticket size and a postcard size. There are 2 sets of stamps, Hobonichi stamps. And then finally at the bottom, the English version of the Hon. It says Create Your Life book. So that's what's inside this year's blue box for me. Here is the bonus notebooks. I don't know which one I'm going to get, and the bonus pen. The Yumi Kitagishi Fusen, the sticky memo. I also bought the like the anything pocket, Fuyaseru Pocket. So in the two new sizes, like a ticket size and a postcard size. There are 2 sets of stamps, Hobonichi stamps. And then finally at the bottom, the English version of the Hon. It says Create Your Life book. So that's what's inside this year's blue box for me. I wanted to mention that I already got the jelly beans and tambourine cover from a local retailer, so that only took about I think it took a few days, and the Yumi Kitayoshi cover, so I've been using those ones already. So it's really nice to have the matching bag for this cover, because I thought I'd never be able to get it, but I guess it's pretty lucky because I think it's sold out quite quickly afterwards, maybe in a couple of days on the website. So I'm going to probably open that one first. Okay, so first up I want to show the matching bag that I managed to get for the the jelly beans and tambourine cover. So it's pretty exciting. I'm going to open it now. It's just a little, I think it's just slightly smaller than A5, so you can put a cousin in there. It's always really exciting that each year they have a matching bag for one of the Mina Perhonen designs, because normally it's actually quite pricey to buy Mina Perhonen fabric like bags and things like that. So being able to purchase it through Hobonichi is like, I guess, you know, really nice. Yeah, this is fabric by Mina Perhonen. So my tetra is pretty thick, so I'm just going to show what it looks like in here. Just fit inside, so you could carry that around with you with a wallet and your keys, and a pen, and then that's enough for an outing. This is the jelly beans is like a dream fabric, I guess. A really classic design from Akira Minagawa. So next I'm going to open the Potter cover, which this year is available internationally. Because Potter, P-O-T-R, is like the, I guess, the travel / international like sub-brand of Porter, because there's quite a few designs on the website that are deliberately made for like traveling. So they've got a little foldable bag that you can put your shopping in. So I guess it's that kind of idea. So yeah, this year is the first year that I guess Porter designs have been available internationally for shipping, because normally you had to use a Japanese address, or you could only purchase it in Japan. I'm just going to cut the strap. It's got like nice metal fixtures. The strap itself is like, I'd say it's kind of fairly thin. And then you can make it a bit longer, because I definitely will need it longer, like that. So that's actually quite long. So even if you're taller than me, because I'm like 175, it would fit you quite easily. So it's got the snap button handles, and then opens up into a zip. They've actually had this similar design for like 3 years running. So the first iteration was like for cousin size, a black bag like this, but without the straps. And then the next year they added the fixtures and the straps. And then this year they've just done a variation. So it still has the same like zipper mesh pocket, the pen loop, the clear pocket here, and then some smaller mini pockets. And then like the big pocket in the front and one in the back. So that's kind of handy if you like to carry your Hobonichi around town, or you want to go like you could go like sketching or something like that, and then bring all the little pens in the mesh pocket, clip on some extra pens here. Next one is Only Is Not Lonely, which is also like a similar design that they've had running before. So in previous iterations, the cover had the embossed message. It said "Have a nice day" instead. So "Only is not lonely" is like a favorite saying of like the founder of Hobonichi, Itoshi Sato. So I guess it's supposed to imply that like a party of one is not like, it's not solitary, for lack of a better like synonym or something like that. So they've had, this is the 3rd year of having this compact cover. So it's got like an elastic to hold the cover. And then inside is just a simple, what do you call, like, oh, there you go. I just noticed happy nothing special day is usually in Japanese, but this time it's in English. That's super cute. The 2 pockets just to hold your notebook cover in, or your techo in, and so it'll just slip on the top like that. I like using that a lot because like when I need to go out and I just want something that just fits in the bag. Even if my cover is like really thick, it squashes a little bit, but it's still fine. I can demonstrate what it would look like if you have a really thick techo. So as you can see, it's pretty hefty right now. In September, I think this version of the cover is probably my favorite because the first one had a very matte surface and is actually a little bit hard to keep clean, whereas this is like a faux kind of leather, I guess. So as they often do, they make like small improvements every year, even though it's like a repeat of the previous cover. So this is what it looks like. It's very compact. And then I put the elastic band. So you see it'll squash a little bit on the top and the bottom, but that's nothing to worry about. And then I can just chuck it in my bag, and then it's pretty secure. And then the pages won't all, get folded or whatever. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so the next one I'm going to open is the Japanese woodblock print one, the Unsudo one. like straight away I can notice like the small detail on the flowers. There's like a very subtle like red and blue on them that I couldn't actually notice in the website preview, and because we don't have a local preview here in Australia. I mean, if there was one interstate, maybe I would have flown there. Maybe. Yeah, it's really hard sometimes to tell when you can't see them in person. The back pocket actually is blank, or say it's white, which is interesting. But the design does continue on the back cover, and then of course these little square tabs, because usually there is one rectangle and one triangle, but or in the case of Mina it's like two circles, but they're like matching little tiles. And then on the inside is the polyester. So on the outside it's like a smoother, softer polyester, and then inside it reminds me of the covers. So like having the two alternating like burgundy and blue is really nice. I'm going to open the cover and covers. So this one is Beautiful Season. So it's a very nice like line drawing. You can see Beautiful Season on the top there. And then there's a small drawing in the corner as well. So this would look really nice with like maybe a plain coloured cover or a really patterned one. Like even the Unsudo one, it would look really nice on it. And then cover and covers are just a really like nice decorative way to protect your covers from like, you know, little bits of dirt and accidents, as long as the covers aren't too thick, because some of the more fabric-y ones, they tend to be a bit thick and they're not generally recommended. So it's very subtle what it looks like on there, and it looks good because it's actually like checked design. And then the other one is the Shibata Keiko, like a dog's ears waving in the wind. Just very simple shapes and colours on the diagonal, as if they were blowing downwards towards that way. So perhaps if I use this same cover as an example, and I'll put it on this one. As you know, these design ones, they don't have an extra little pocket opening, so you won't be able to access the pocket on the cover. But that's what it looks like on this one. Just very subtle again. And then let me have a look now at these sticky pockets, because normally what I use the smaller pockets for, I put like little cards or little pressed flowers. What's an example from this year's one? That's what I've used it for. But obviously it's like a Instax size or a business card. So this one is slightly bigger, like a ticket. So I guess if you went to a show or something, you had a small ticket, you could put that in there. So I like to compare it with the page size. It's roughly that size. So like just less than half A5, I think. Yeah, so you could do it sideways. And then the larger size is a postcard size. So that takes up almost all the room on the cousin page, which was, I guess, a great way to fill it up. You could also, like, say, stick it in the back of your book and then use it as like extra storage space for stickers and things that you might want to use on the go. It actually fit the Cousin card on it, which is what I'll open next. And the Fusen by Yumi Kitagishi, which matches the series of covers. I think it especially matches the little envelope on the back. You can use, I think, that as a note and then use those little markers, I guess, or like stickers on your page. Next I'm going to open, the Komodo flat pen case for Hobonichi Techo. Has an adjustable band on it. And then I picked the Liberty fabric. So there's like a little pocket here in the front, so I guess you could clip some really long pens here. Then there is, and then there's a zipper with like one mesh separator in the middle. And then on the back is just the strap. So I've seen them like just put it on the cover itself and then strap it that way. So I'm just gonna loosen it. And see how it fits like that. So it's pretty nice and straight like that. And then what I've also seen people do is actually use it as like a book band. So I'm just going to loosen it to the max and then attach it on the back. Just ignore the existing elastic. So that's a pretty good fit as well. It's pretty tight, but I think it's fine. It's still got a bit of stretch. Or else you could also maybe do it like sideways. So you could also do it sideways. I think it's it hangs over a little bit, but provided your pens weren't too long, you could probably do it that way too if you wanted. But I think like lengthways is probably the best way to go. And then I got a couple of these Hobonichi frame stamps. So this one is the arrival and departure one. Travel stamps. So I think they're a set of two, so they're two like thin stamps. There's still quite a bit of room, like left and right of it, but that should be fine. And then the other one is the go-go odekake, or going out, which is really cute because there's two little ducks going go-go like that. Mine's a little bit faded on the print on the block, but it should be fine. And then similarly, I think if you stamp it, there'll be quite a bit of room left around it on the cousin, but not a lot. So I think it just fits into that little square there. And then finally is the pen. Like that. So I can like clip here. It's a little bit loose on that one, but you can just clip it there. And then my free gift notebook. Which is in A6 size. So this is the one I got. Inside it's grid. That'll be handy. And then finally is the Hon. So I've got the same book as last year. The paper series of Black Gingham. And this year's one also comes with the special pencil board with the clip on it. So you could use that as an additional, like, an additional bookmarker. I guess also that means you could possibly hold up to 3 pens in your cover if you have the butterfly stoppers and then this pencil board bookmark. Or you could just use it to mark like a particular spot you are in the weekly or monthly sections. So more or less it's about the same as last year's. I can show you last year, 2024's version. I think they're pretty much the same, because it's nice actually to have the foiled stamping. So like you have the year and on the front and on the side, and then you have Hon on the bottom, which is the same. Like this is the 2024 version, which is bending back because of the spine, but that's totally fine. And then I think 2025 and 2024 is on exactly the same spot on the front, soon to be attacked with stickers. And then the end papers are same, I think. Are they the same? I think, yes. The end papers are the same like Hon, in a slightly stencil font. You can see it. then the whole book. The page I really wanted to read was there's a cool sample symbols and icons that you can draw. I guess it's the same like if you bought little stamps. That's a really cool handy thing. This is how to have fun keeping a diary, written by Fumitake Koga, who also wrote On Lonely Nights It's Time to Write, and I think The Courage to Be Disliked is probably his most famous book in the West. But On Lonely Nights It's Time to Write is, I guess, like a story illustrated by an octopus and a crab, but it's just given like little tips on like if you don't know what to write, if you're worried about being too honest if someone picks it up, or running out of things to say, being too negative in your book or something. I just like those little pointers when you're feeling like very self-conscious. And then there's it's like a shortened noodles special. They were going to do one on the website, going through all the special regional noodles. Words to Remember is still here. But I mean, you could use these boxes for anything you wanted. Then gifts, addresses, check the check-off box. Because you can see how mine's holding up. I think the corner was a little bit worn the other day because I was changing covers again, but I mean on the whole it's pretty good. Everything's pretty okay, even when it's like bent a little like that, but that's totally fine. Like the cover is still pretty intact, and it's still going to stretch a little bit more as I go through the rest of the year, the remaining 3 months. So that's what it looks like. I think I'm going to have to get stronger tabs, because these Midori ones, they haven't really stood up, because I think they're just folded over stickers, a little plasticky. So I'm probably going to go back to ribbon tabs that I was using before, which are pretty, I mean they're pretty big, but they seem to be fine. I stocked up a few because I think they're discontinued, but I do like them. So okay, that was my intro to what I got this year, which is actually quite a bit. It's probably more than I normally would get in previous years. But yeah, it's usually my birthday, or it is my birthday in September. So usually what it ends up being is like a big present to myself, and it's probably the thing I spend the most money on, and the thing that I use the most every day, because I'm feeling it in like every day. So if you think about it that way, the page per day cost isn't that much. I think it's only like a few cents or something, if you just count the book, the cost of the book itself. So yeah, it's very important to me, and it's worth the cost, and yeah, and I like it very much. Yeah, so that is my 2025 Hobonichi, I guess you say, purchases that I'll be using in the coming year, and parts of this remaining 2024. So Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.